studying in the US.
This is America.
Millions of students all over the world dream to study in the United States. United States of America are considered the best country for international students, according to the world-recognized magazine US News and World Report. As for 2016, almost 2 million of people obtained academic visas. Most of them are Chinese, Mexican, and Canadian. Personally, I plan to go to America for my graduate studies, and that is why I'm so curious to find out as much as I can to make this process as smooth as possible. I believe the best way to find out how it feels is to ask people who actually went through it. That is why I chose the interpretive method of research for my project, and I interviewed people who currently study in the US, asking about their American experience. So let me introduce the guests. Ihor Pavlenko from Kyiv, who is a second-year student at the University of Michigan. Victoria Bezushka, a freshman at Seattle University from Riga. Anna Mitrova, a flex alumna from Kharkiv. I asked them lots of questions, you can find them here, and now I want to share my research with you. So let's start.
This is America.
Oh, wait. Before moving on, I want to go into immigration and cross-cultural transition at first. Those are important features of a modern society. It is considered that the average person in a multicultural community has bonds with at least 2 people of other cultures. According to Berian Blauner, immigration is one of the key processes that brings diversity and culturally pluralistic nature to the nations. When moving to another country, an individual needs to dive into a new culture which may be very distant from the one the person came from. This may include not only building a new life according to new rules, but also the loss of the bonds we had before. Adaptation is a process of adjusting to and finally feeling comfortable in a new environment. Here is a recurve model of adaptation, and Anna kindly shared her personal story with us.
The first phase is the anticipation phase. It was in May 2021 when Anna found out that she'll go to the States, and it was so emotional period for her. She thought of the best scenarios in her head and waited for travel a lot. She thought that the most emotional time was the moment when she got her tickets and then flew over the ocean. The second stage of adaptation is cultural shock. For Anna, it happened after arrival when she understood that many of the pictures she had in her head are not actually true. She also had a language barrier, and she was confused by many cultural differences between Americans and Ukrainians. This period lasted about 1 month. The third phase is adjustment. During this time, Anna understood that she needs to deal with all those problems anyway. She communicated with more and more people and tried to find those she will be comfortable with. This period was full of traveling and participating in extracurricular activities. So, what is good to know before moving to the US? Do not be confused as me on this video. What about inequality? None of the students faced it directly. However, Victoria shared that during the application process to American University, she faced some kind of educational attainment. It included giving advantages to legacy students, such as additional scholarships or application fees. In addition, Anna shared her experience with the widely named phenomenon. She started in school where a majority of students had unique names for the United States. This happened because there was a large group of kids from Romania and Slovakia and a bunch of exchange students too. Teachers and other students were making efforts to make the name sound natural. However, there were some cases when it got too tough for them, so eventually a person whose name was a bit challenged started to go by a different version in American manner to make it easier for others. But it was always up to the students. Locals were trying their best to make everybody feel welcomed by pronouncing their names right. As for Ihor, he claimed he has not faced any kind of inequality or discrimination in the United States by himself. And now, I want to share what you may face in everyday life. Nutrition is crucial, and there are lots of oversimplified generalizations or just stereotypes about it. An average adult in the US consumes about 239 kilograms of food per year. What about its quality? Both Victoria and Ihor agreed that even though the food in dining hall is not of the best quality, those who search healthy food will find. As for the likelihood to become obese, everything depends on you. For example, Igor gained weight first year, but the second year he lost even more than gained. As for the public transport, students mostly use buses. In addition to that, Victoria shared that she uses Link Light Rail a lot. Basically, it is an underground train which goes both under and on the ground. All of the students admitted that the public transport system in Ukraine is more sustainable. In the US, it is often out of schedule. By the way, the majority of Americans prefer to use their own car instead of the public transport.
One more stereotype is that Americans wear sweatpants and a t-shirt 24/7.
All of the internet admitted that this stereotype is true. Of course, it would be an overgeneralization if I say all the Americans are tasteless, but I can't say they mostly prefer sportswear or casual clothes. In addition to that, Igor admitted that when he wore a shirt with pants, all his American friends asked if there was an occasion for that. To be honest, it seems impossible for me to underestimate the importance of mentality. All of the students admitted Ukrainians and Americans are really different, but we definitely have one thing in common. It is how we value freedom. At the same time, both Igor and Victoria admitted Ukrainians are much more ambitious. Small talks and constant compliments are also parts of everyday communication. Victoria really liked it, however admitted that sometimes it becomes fake. The thing is that Americans often say compliments just to be nice, not giving any special meaning to that. Also, nobody really cares about you here. You can feel free to live the life you want without being judged. To conclude, students mostly described Americans as curious, diverse, social, independent, and ambitious. Thank you. I really hope you enjoyed this video.